Hello there, and welcome to my first proper art video on this channel. I'm not counting Inktober because those are sketches and not finished artworks. You know what I mean, right? Here you can see my tiny little workspace, my fairly banged up desk, the ink I'm using to work with, and my sketches, my reference sketches, which are in their own little sketchbook. Um, so here I am just drawing the pencil parts of this piece, planning out where things are going to be, taping down the canvas so that it doesn't slide around because that's that's so annoying when that happens, when your pages slide around when you're trying to draw. So, yeah, I'm taping down the canvas and then redrawing some lines because I didn't like where it was placed. I wanted the spider to be off to one side, but not too much, just kind of not in the middle, but not all the way at the side. Okay. Now I'm putting water on the canvas so that the ink will flow around in the areas that I want it to be in. You gotta make the canvas all wet. I don't know why. You just do. Well, maybe you don't. I'm not here to judge or tell you how to do your artwork. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I find it easier to put water down first. You can see that the colours I'm using are really bright and vivid. That's because the ink is UV reactive, so it glows under black light. That isn't actually what I had planned for this piece originally. In my head, I wanted it to be really dark, mostly like dark blues and purples. And then I was going to draw in the flowers and the spider and the highlights with silver ink. But then, sort of at the last minute, I decided I wanted to use the UV reactive ink instead, and it's much brighter than what I'd originally planned. So, yeah, this piece got off to a different start than I'd expected, but that's fine. A lot of artwork is like that. Back when I had a whole separate art channel, I did a review video of the UV reactive ink, and I don't know, it was probably bad, but it was fun. I had to film it in the bathroom because it's the only room in the house with no windows, so it was the room where you could see them glowing the best. So I was like holding up these bottles of ink in one hand with a handheld black light in the other, and I had like my camera balanced on a thing because I didn't have a proper tripod. Or did I? Did I have it at the time? I don't remember. I just remember having to hold the bottle of ink in one hand and the little black light in the other in the bathroom because it was dark in there, so you could see them glowing properly. That was a different time. That was strange, but whatever. It was fun. These days, I'm just going to throw all my art videos on this channel with everything else. It's, I don't know, I don't want to say it's unprofessional, but I'm not a professional, so it doesn't really matter, does it? My channel's like a mystery box. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get. It's a mystery box channel. It's just all sorts of stuff. Every week, a random video. Yeah, that definitely sounds more fun than me just being too tired to run an extra channel. Okay, here I'm painting in the spider with the blackest black paint. You know, the Stuart Semple ones that suddenly became really popular online because of his beef with Anish Kapoor. If you haven't heard about any of that, I don't know, go and look up The Blackest Black and that whole saga. But the point is, that is the paint I'm using for the spider in this piece. And that was part of my original idea, where this was going to be entirely dark colours And then I was going to use the blackest black to make the spider like just that bit extra dark on a dark background, and then draw over it with silver ink. But, I've already told you that that's not what ended up happening. I might still do one like that, actually. Do a follow up piece to this one in dark colours with silver. I do that quite often, actually. Have like 2 or 3 drawings or paintings that go together as a set. My ideas tend to come in 2s or 3s. Is that weird? I don't think it is. I think that's pretty normal, As soon as you have one idea, you're going to have another one that's similar, and then it just snowballs from there, doesn't it? That's pretty normal, right? Tell me I'm normal. I've kind of run out of things to say already. I watch some other YouTube artists and art videos and stuff, and they always have things to say and talk about as their narration for their videos. And I thought, yeah, that seems like a thing I could do. But then, I don't know, I don't have anything to say because, you can see that I'm drawing. I'm just using black ink on this canvas. And now blue ink because I don't know why I didn't want to use the black all the way to the edges. I just thought it would be more interesting to have the spider webs be two-toned, I guess. Oh, you can also see where the ink is sort of blobbed up a little. Art mistakes. Gotta love that. I tried to fix it a little bit, but not really. And I decided not to cut out any mistakes or try to fix it. Like, I didn't want the video to look like everything had gone perfectly, because that's not how art is. That's not how drawing goes, You're always going to have things come out different to what you expected, or, last minute changes of colour palette, or things will smudge and run, and it's part of the process, so I didn't want to cut it out. Also, it would have been a real pain to edit if I'd had to cut out everything and redo the artwork and try and make it perfect for the sake of a video. That would be a lot of work and honestly not very interesting, I don't think. Maybe I'm just telling myself that to feel better about the fact that I'm putting my terrible art mistakes online for people to see. Let me lie to myself. I'll be fine. The slightly darker colour that I'm using is the same UV ink. It just, obviously it comes out darker when it's more concentrated. So when I'm not smudging it around in the water on the canvas, it comes out darker like that. So it looks like a different ink, but it's not. And it will still glow, which is cool. Okay, speaking of mistakes, here you can see that I put the ruler down flat, so obviously the ink ran underneath it, right? Of course it did. I knew it was going to do that, but I did it anyway. I'm kind of an idiot. But then I fixed it by covering it up with another spider. That wasn't really part of the original plan either, but there it is. Now there's another spider on the canvas. So, life pro tip: cover your mistakes with spiders. There, that'll solve everything. Trust me, that'll fix all your problems. And then add another little spider just for funsies. The last step is highlights. I'm using another Stuart Simple paint, and it's the white paint called Saint. Try saying that 3 times fast. But it's definitely one of the best white paints I've ever used. It's the most opaque and the brightest and shiniest. So I'm using that for my highlights. Right up until this point, I was still considering using silver ink as highlights on the webs and the spider. But just once I got started with the white, I decided to use it throughout the whole canvas just to kind of keep it all together. And because I thought maybe metallic silver would be too much on top of the UV glow effect. You know, it's just too much all at once. Anyway, I did all these little white dots that are kind of supposed to look like dewdrops or just little sparkly bits because why not, right? I think it's pretty, so that's what I'm doing now. I really am excited about getting back into art videos. If you like this kind of thing, give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is now a mystery box of an art channel, for new videos every weekend. Thank you. Bye.